Hi beauties, how is everybody? I've been doing some reviews on some products and I wanted to do the full-on review, like I was just doing partial reviews, and I wanted to do an update on some of the products that I was trying out and let you know what I think or what it's done for me, just put it out there and give you my opinion, and then maybe it'll help somebody else too, along the way. Maybe they'll it might help them out to make the choice, if they're on the fence and which looks like, I don't know if the sun's out hiding or if it's gonna rain. I don't know. But anywho, um, I had done an update on the L'Oreal products that I used, the mascara and the CC cream from the Visible Lift line. So I'll link that down below if you haven't seen it, and that way you can see it and kind of hear what thoughts I had on them. So this one is the Almay Smart Shade CC Cream, and this was, again, like the other products, I wanted to give it a week or so and try it out and see what I thought, and whether I liked it or if I didn't like it, and that. So I do like it to a point. There's some pros and then there's some cons. Now this here I found um, did a better of a coverage or helping with the redness on my skin than the L'Oreal did. Like I said, I'll link that below and you can hear about the L'Oreal one, but I just feel like this did do a nice coverage for the redness. It's not going to give you full coverage. It's not going to be like kapow, like it's going to give you this full on coverage and it's going to be this wonderful, thing. I mean, like for probably these kind of things, like this for most of them, not all of them, some of them can. I think I've seen some higher ends do a little full coverage. But for the most part, I'm going to say it's for somebody that doesn't have as many flaws to their skin. Because like me, I do have like the breakouts, I do have the scarring and stuff. So um, sometimes that can be a big problem too, and that could be why it's not working for me. Holy Hannah, what happened there? I went to gasp for air and it's like, all right, like I said, you get what you see on my show, or my show, well, whatever you want to call it, because I don't edit or anything. So let's just hope nothing major would happen. But anyhow, so the Almay CC cream, I know like a lot of times I can't, like you can't expect it to be the full coverage and everything. So when I did put it on though, I did like it for the coverage. It did do a nice of helping the redness on my skin and everything. So I really did like it for that. I liked how it went on. It was it was fine for me. It was soft. It did get soft after a bit, like you let it set and everything. I didn't use a lot. Like I just did it like once, like just one whole thing of the face. Like I didn't do it twice, like double it up or anything. Um, and I would say it's more of a satin kind of finish because it's in between. For me, like it didn't make me look like a grease ball, but it wasn't like too matte, so it was like in between, and I liked it for that too. So, and I come to appreciate that. So I had worn this, and for the most part with this one I used alone, and then I did have a couple times where I did have some makeup on. And the one thing for the cons that I'll say that I noticed, it does oxidize, it seems like a little bit. But it wasn't nothing major for me, like to where it was like, oh my God, it was really terrible or anything like that. This is the light to medium, by the way, that I use. I have the light to medium. And, but, it wasn't as bad, like, as what I've had others oxidize on me, and then it's like, holy crap, like, you just look like a stinking orange, it was just crazy. So, the other con would be that I noticed. So this is where I'm not sure if I quite understand, because I thought like BB creams and CC creams, or maybe one or the other, especially the CC cream, like I thought they were supposed to be considered almost like your primer to a point. And why I'm saying that is because when I had this on, like I did my moisturizer and did all that stuff and whatever, and or no, maybe no, I put this on instead of, yeah, because I used my Hydro Shield like I do from Dr. Dennis, and the Hydro Shield actually, honestly, if you use it, sometimes you really don't even need a primer, because it almost seems like it sets for your primer to a point. And I've never had no problems with it, for except when I did this. And what I did was I put this on after the Hydro Shield, and I was putting on the makeup and everything. And what I noticed was it was almost like when like when you didn't wear primer, you don't wear primer, you forget to put it on, it was going into my pores. It was settling into my pores. And I don't know, it was so offish. It really needed more like freshen up. I don't know. It just didn't look like what I like it to look like later in the day. I mean, I know there's no perfect makeup out there that's gonna like give you this great staying power to the extreme where you're never gonna have to touch up. I mean, majority you're gonna have to do a little touchy up, So, but it was just really bad. It looked like it did go into my pores, and I just didn't really like how it made me look afterwards. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to see, how well it worked with makeup. So my concern was then, okay, if I put my moisturizer on, then put a primer on, then I'm putting this on, and you're putting all this stuff on top of the other, do I really want that? Like, do I really want to put all this stuff on there? So I thought that's what these CC creams and BB creams were all about. It's like the one thing deal. It's the moisturizer, it's the primer, it's the, you know. So those would be my two cons. And I don't think I'll really repurchase it. I'll just use up what I have, but I wouldn't purchase it again, I'll be honest. But it does do better for me as in the L'Oreal one, which again, like I said, I'll link it below. You can hear what I say about the L'Oreal one. But it did do better for me for that. So I'll probably keep it and just use up whatever, but I won't repurchase it. So, you know, that's just my input. So, I mean, if others might like it, I wasn't full on. I mean, I was a little more impressed with this one than the other one, but not enough to like where I'd purchase again and it's like, oh, the greatest thing. So I think I want the one that's out there, if there is one, that you wouldn't have to put everything, you wouldn't have to worry about settling in your pores and everything. So, all right, well, anyway, I hope that helps somebody if they're on the fence, for the Almay CC cream, give you an idea of, like for me, like I'm combination skin, like I am in my 40s, so you know, um, maybe that'll give you an idea of what it would be like, for you. So when you try it. So, all right, Petey, I hope that helped. And like I said, I will talk to you again soon. Take care and love you. Bye.